Um, Colleagues, I think the first thing you ought to take away from today is that the Commission is open for business. We understand that we have an important role to play within the community and the business community in particular. So number one point, we are open for business and will do our level best to make and continue to make the Bailiwick a very successful entity. The Bishop talked about creativity. And in my past, as a partner of then Coopers and Lybrand, I once did a due diligence on a life insurance company. And the chief actuary said to me, whatever the regulator throws at me, I will find a way around it. Well, that's the wrong sort of creativity. That is not the creativity we're looking for. This is there in products that develop, allow policyholders to do good business with you. I talked about your role. There is this, as NEDs and directors of the company, there is absolutely no ambition within the Commission to look over your shoulder and to come to meetings or anything of the sort. I've seen this happening in the past when the FSA was doing it, and you got a very stilted board meetings which were completely choreographed and had no relevance to what board meetings normally look and feel like. We do not have such a desire, but that also means we put extra duty, pressure on you as NEDs to do your task to your level best, because that will allow us to trust you to do your task well. That doesn't mean that we will not look from a distance, because we definitely will. We talked about Hong Kong, and the Commission in a way went out on a limb about supporting Hong Kong, and we're still very much of that opinion that it's worthwhile supporting the Hong Kong initiative. The world is bigger, although even last night when there was a dinner, we started to talk about Jersey. I find it always a bit tiresome. 99.9% of the world is not Jersey. Can we just concentrate on the 99.9, please? I think that works better. And Hong Kong and China linked to that is a very clear opportunity for us. Talk about Brexit, and we'll carry on talking about Brexit for a long time. Lots of uncertainty. It is a bit like what I was saying about scenarios, which we exercised all those years ago. There will be a number of scenarios. The negotiating part in my past, I negotiate a lot, and it is always useful to go to the far end, because then you can then come back a bit if it's not what you were looking for or what they are looking for. If you start in the middle, you're still driven back to where, and that was basically what happened with Cameron as when he did his negotiations. I can't even remember now what he actually achieved, because he achieved almost nothing. And so if you don't start from a very strong position, you will not be able to succeed. We were a bit more philosophical today than we have been in the past, and I think it's the right thing to do, is with the Bishop and also in the Director General's speech, the culture and conduct. If, ideally spoken, it will not happen. If we can replace the tens of thousands of pages with trust in you to do your conduct, and your culture within your organisation to the best of your ability, I think that would be major progress. The pendulum swung, and I think it was somewhere last year, as I said, and William had similar observations, gone too far. And now, whether it will actually come, and then at some point it ends up there again, we'll see, but it certainly will last my time. Then a bit, I forgot who talked, Philip maybe, talking about the £5 note. This is a silly point, but it is very interesting to try. I had a telephone call 2 weeks ago from Holland, and they said, do you know that you can play music with the £5 note? And those of you who still got a turntable, you can try it, and you can play music with the £5 note. So if you take away anything today, just to try tonight on your old turntable whether this still works. Behavioral economics is a very live topic, and it is certainly where the Commission subscribes to that. We talked about the enforcement situation, and Simon was talking. I was doing it quick. It was 250 and 3%. makes 7.5. So in your graph, there were 7 or 8 companies. And there was 30%, so there are only two ended up in the box where everybody talks about. So that gives you an idea of the relativity, what it is, about what we do and how we do it. The last word I want to say about, and it was also the first word, it is we are open for business. You cannot shrink to greatness. As a bailiwick, we need to compete and do that to the best of our ability, and the Commission is on your side in achieving that. So, safe journey home is not so far here as it tends to be when I speak on other occasions. Safe journey home. We are open for business. Thank you very much.